My name's Thibaut. I'm an engineering lead at AngelList, and I don't drink coffee. I drink Liquid Death exclusively. This is my go-to drink, so...
Do you feel like there are ethical concerns that we should be thinking about when it comes to using AI and money?
You talked about like the comparison with maybe the healthcare space or maybe self-driving, right? I think the key here is that ultimately at the end of the day, like the legal documents are the source of truth, right? So if there's ever a question with what the allocation in a deal should be or how much a certain person owns in that deal, you can always refer back to the documents, right? The legal documents. And so I think from here, like in our space, as you said, like this is an industry that's like a perfect fit for these models because we're talking about text. It's all text, right? A lot of legal text. So it's also pretty structured, right? It's not completely free form. And yeah, the outcome, like the worst case scenario is, just something where something looks off and you go double check the document and like you use that as, the guiding truth. And so it saves a ton of time, like, from people, humans, reading through a lot of like text that's, really repetitive. And as I said, humans also make mistakes. And we found that actually the models are more accurate and make fewer mistakes than, when you have people, even like experts reading through those documents, right? Sometimes you just go maybe too fast or you skip a paragraph that had the information that you needed. The model won't do that, right? It will look at everything in the document and consistently output the same, results from that analysis.
Yes. So here's another one that I totally forgot that I wanted to ask you. But when it comes to prompts, have you noticed that when OpenAI releases a model update, it breaks some of your prompts or you have to go and rework them?
This happened to us. So it was temporary though. Like I need to clarify that this was like the move to the June model. Basically, there was maybe an 8-hour period where things were broken. So technically, like our API calls were either failing or maybe using the wrong model, and that got fixed. And now, we're back to where things were before. We also found that maybe some prompts are actually working better than they used to. I know there's a lot of noise out there about how there's a regression in the quality of the output from GPT-4, especially for things around code. We're not parsing code, like we're doing legal document reading and entity extraction. And for those use cases, like has been a continuous, march towards better accuracy with simpler prompts. The part about maybe operational excellence, like still being a work in progress, is something that like does ring true to me. Like the models, or OpenAI APIs can go down, right? And so we've built some resilient systems that can retry until they're back up. It's less true now than it was 3 months ago, but yeah, I'll just say that having worked now with Azure OpenAI and like the OpenAI APIs directly, like Azure is actually more robust and has been like more consistent in its responses. But the underlying models are the same, and so right now we're load balancing between the two. But we actually are glad that we have a fallback if the main models start breaking or like not responding anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe another incentive to go and build in-house, right? So that like we're not dependent on third parties' availability. That said, again, moving fast priorities. So, yeah,
that comes with its own challenges. When you start building your own stuff, right? Then you're
exactly. Then we might also hit operational excellence issues. So,
yeah, exactly.